In a Richmond neighborhood plagued by crime and gang violence, concerned residents are coming together to reclaim their community. With funding from the Catholic Campaign for Human Development, members of Cisco are learning positive ways to end the gun violence that is tearing their families and their neighborhoods apart. They are determined to make their communities safe. Every Friday night, they walk through their neighborhoods to promote peace. Recently, Oakland Bishop Michael Barber joined them.
So I've been invited to go with representatives of other churches and members of the Catholic and Protestant congregations. And we've walked the streets of Oakland, we've walked the streets of Richmond with our signs and people driving by honking to support us, just to encourage people to stop violence, turn in their guns, and that we don't have to live with like this. You know, this is not just a fait accompli, a done deal. We can take steps to stop violence in our communities, mainly by raising the consciousness of people that live in those communities to take steps to protect their own neighborhoods.
Johnny Perez is one of those acting to end the violence. Johnny dropped out of school at 15, was on the run for over a year, then spent time in juvenile detention. When he got out, he wanted to turn his life around and help other youth stay out of trouble. He trained as a leader in restorative justice, funded by CCHD.
Surprisingly, I think the best skill I had was skills that I got from my past life, which was actually being in gangs. I was always like a leader, so I guess that skill of being a leader never left, but I was just able to use it in a positive way. Now, I'm organizing these young folks, the freedom fighters, where most of it is just kind of like motivating them, just like trying to get them to want more and to want better things for their life and for their community. But yeah, the skills have definitely been transferable from my past life and now the things that I do now.
Other vulnerable teens have found their safety net at Youth Spirit Artworks in Berkeley. With a grant from CCHD, they are creating public murals and producing individual art pieces they can sell.
And so we started Youth Spirit Artworks as a vehicle for building empowerment and transformation in youth so that they would be able to meet their goals and gain confidence and skills to meet their full potential.
Besides creating art in a safe, supportive environment, the teens learn how to market their work so they can benefit financially from their creativity. Using a special art cart they designed, they ride to stores, street fairs, and farmers markets to sell their art.
I've been painting for about a year and a half, well, 2.5 years now, and I've entered into 4 or 5 galleries, and I've sold professionally every time. So making somebody feel how I feel in a painting and being able to express that without having to ever meet that person or actually talk to that person about how I felt, but them just looking at a painting that I've painted and them feeling that way and buying it is like one of the best feelings that I've got.
Gaining a sense of dignity and personal empowerment can take various forms. Just ask Damari Bustos, student at Chabot College. At Community Resources for Independent Living in Hayward, another CCHD-funded project, she learned to advocate for herself and others in the disability community.
My life before being involved with CRIL was different because I was close-minded about everything. I was uncomfortable with having a disability. I thought I wouldn't achieve as a successful person and be independent. Now that I've been involved in Disability Action Network for Youth, DANI, a group for disabled youth at CRIL, I feel like I've had achieved in many ways. Advocating for changes in the disabled community, like passing the Disability History Resolution in 4 local cities.
Giving people opportunities to break the cycle of poverty is a primary goal of CCHD. At Homeless Angels in Hayward, participants make reusable grocery bags and jewelry to sell at stores and street fairs. They earn income and a renewed sense of their human dignity.
I've been homeless for 10 years. I'm not homeless anymore, and CAN had a lot to do with it. That's why I volunteer at CAN.
The Catholic Campaign for Human Development gives a hand up, not a handout. Through CCHD, low-income adults and teens develop organizing skills, engage in community action, advocate for positive changes in their communities, and learn ways to become economically self-sufficient. Since 1971, the Catholic Campaign for Human Development has awarded $5 million to self-help projects in the Oakland Diocese. This money comes through the annual CCHD collection, taken up each November in parishes throughout the U.S. It is a concrete way for Catholics to link their faith to justice.
This is a great thing for our Diocese of Oakland, that we get back way more than we actually contribute. So it's a wonderful thing to participate in, and I encourage you to join me and our brothers and sisters in this great work of mercy. Thank you.